the real reason why he pulls away from you. I hear a lot of different reasons why a lot of women say that, oh, he's afraid of commitment. And that's not often true. Women say that because it feels good and it's easier to put the blame on him. In relationships, men are often taught that they need to constantly perform, fix things, be there all the time, be all sorts of roles that they may or may not be good at. He can't be your therapist, your maintenance worker, your janitor, your provider, your whatever else you want to come up with. So when a relationship starts to feel like constant criticism, many men aren't going to sit down and give you this whole TED talk about their feelings. They just start creating distance, especially because a lot of times a man will bring up what's bothering him multiple times, and if you get incredibly defensive or rude about it or flip it around on him, I see a lot of women do that, he'll stop bringing things up altogether, so he'll create distance. And a lot of women will jump to, oh, he can't handle a strong woman, he's avoidant automatically. I mean, sometimes it may be the case, but again, you jumping to that conclusion is absolutely ridiculous. For a lot of men, they start to pull away because the relationship feels way too stressful too much of the time. All relationships go through up and downs. Sometimes it gets stressful. Sometimes you go through a rough patch. That's totally normal. But if he's constantly feeling like his peace is at jeopardy because of your presence, that he's constantly being criticized or put down, or that nothing that he ever does is enough, that's when he starts to pull away. And for a lot of men, sitting there explaining to you for 6 hours about his emotional exhaustion in the relationship and pointing out very basic, simple things is usually not something he will do, especially for the type of woman that sits there and gets defensive or minimizes or doesn't even give him the time of day. You cut him off. You don't let him talk about how he feels. He notes that, and that makes him quiet. If you're the type of woman that's understanding and you can take criticism, even if it's hard to hear sometimes and you're like, oh man, here we go, like, you can grow and improve, but realistically, a lot of men are in situations where they can't bring up their issues to their lady. Like, I've seen so many comments from men on my content where they say, oh, I pointed this out to my lady and she got really mad, or she did this, or whatever. And it's like, I know sometimes that stuff can be hard to hear. It's like, but if you're constantly doing that, where he can't bring up things, he's going to shut down. At least hear him out and ask questions if you're confused. For a lot of men, they care a lot more than we give them credit for. And what ends up happening is he realizes down the road that caring cost him too much, that he got used, he got taken advantage of. And women jump to assume that he always has some sort of bad intention or he can't handle you. But if you're consistently encountering men like this, what's the common denominator? It's you. So a lot of men, once a relationship stops feeling like peace, that's when he's not interested in keeping it around anymore.